I wish I come to you again with this truth, giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone who rule well. And salutations to the Akim that's across the four corners of the earth that's pushing his word in sincerity and truth with all long suffering and doctrine. What I'm about to open up with is Revelation, the 3rd chapter, starting at the 15th verse. It says, I know thy works, that thou art neither cold nor hot. I would thou wert cold or hot. So then, because thou art lukewarm, and neither cold nor hot, I will spew thee out of my mouth. So this is the Lord speaking to his servants, telling you that you need to be on fire in this thing. And if you're not on fire, you're going to get spewed the fuck out. So let's go into these words right quick before I move on, because I got a lot to say. This video is going to be pretty lengthy. All right. Lukewarm. He says tepid, lukewarm, metaphorically, of the condition of the soul, wretchedly fluctuating between a torpor and a fervor of love. And I just so happened through the Spirit to look up the word torpor on a simple Google search, and this is what it says. A state of physical or mental inactivity. All right. Lethargy, sluggishness, inertia, inactivity, lifelessness, because you're not being moving water. You're not being living waters if you're not doing the works. Y'all trying to be still, trying to be complacent. You're basically comfortable here if you're not begging and pleading to the Lord. The scriptures tell you to give his ear no rest until he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth, man. So if you're not doing that, then you're comfortable. You're not mourning. You're not on fire doing these things. The elders put out decrees for a reason to be obeyed. Through the order and structure, man. All right? They tell you something to do, you do it. And if you got a problem with it, then get the fuck out. So if you're being slothful, sluggish, you're going to want in time of harvest, man. You being cold and shit, the Lord is going to spew your ass out. So let's get this, man. Proverbs 20:4. The sluggard will not plow by reason of the cold. And when you look up that word cold, it's going into, of course, the harvest time, when it's out of season, the winter per se. It says, therefore shall he beg and harvest and have nothing. All right. So what come to mind just through the Spirit, you being cold, you're not on fire in this truth. So obviously you cold. And when you cold, you lukewarm. You're not doing the works. You sluggish. You shaking back. Always taking restroom breaks. You know what I'm saying? Always want to be behind the camera. Never want to be on the camera bringing out a lesson. Never want to build yourself up in this truth. You just want to be complacent. Off in the back burner, holding signs all upside down. Not plowing. So when that time comes, you're going to beg and have nothing, man. And brothers got to get on each other's ass because this shit is not tolerated. Not in Great Millstone. All right? Scriptures say here, Galatians 5:9, a little leaven leaveneth the whole lump. One man starts showing up late, then every week. Oh, I'm going to be late this week. I'm going to be late this week. Man, get the fuck up in the morning. Set your goddamn alarm clock. This is the Lord's work. You ain't going to be late to work. If you got a job, you ain't going to be late doing this and doing that. And I understand shit happens. Sometimes you get held up. You might get pulled over. They hold you up for 15 minutes. That's understandable. A reoccurring thing each week is not tolerable. Not in the eyes of the Lord. And the Spirit jumped on me to bring this topic out. I asked the Lord for a topic to speak on. And this is what came out. Because it's too much leaven. The apostle said all the time, it's too many niggas in Great Millstone. And if it's a problem, you can get the fuck out. Don't show up. If it's a problem with you doing a simple video a week and you know the decree, why does the leader got to keep repeating himself? He give you a damn command, do the shit. Do it if you want to make it easier. As soon as he give it, get it over with. Keep in your mind, I got homework. Go home, get it over with, knock it out, do a GMS in transit, do something. Let me check this out, because I'm about to show my pettiness side to a degree. How many hours are in a week? It's 168 hours in one 7-day week. So the Lord is asking, out of 7 days or 168 hours, to dedicate one of those days, 4 hours a week, to go to camp and to do videos for a simple 3-minute, 4-minute, 5-minute video. He said his burden is not heavy. Let me grab that, by the way. Just for the edification's sake. Matthew chapter 11, verse 30. It says, "For my yoke is easy and my burden is light." He said the race is not given to the swift. He not asking you to be most muscular. He not asking you to jump the most hurdles. He not asking you to be the fastest when running. He's simply asking you to put your life on the line as a living sacrifice once out the week and do a simple 3, 4, 5-minute video. And y'all brothers act like that's fucking hard. But y'all got time to hit up, let's go fuck these hoes. Let's go get a drink. You think the Lord give a fuck about that? He said the kingdom is not meat and drink, man. Okay? It's not a hard fucking task to dedicate your time to doing like I'm doing and making it simple. You see how quick I got to 6 minutes? 6.5 minutes? And I'm just getting started. You know? The Lord is not asking for a lot. Okay? St. John 6:26. Yahushua answered them and said, "Verily, verily, I say unto you, ye seek me, not because ye saw the miracles, but because ye did eat of the loaves and were filled." You know? You got guys in GMS and Great Millstone who only want to kick because they think this is a fucking fad. They think this is a trend. They think this is just cool to be around brothers. You know what I'm saying? And we could kick it. If I go hang with him, he always gonna have a drink. If I go hang with him, he always gonna want to get some food. If I hang with him, he always got to connect on the host. But y'all ain't seeing the miracles. The fact that we slowly but surely built up. The Lord put the spirit, each camp to slowly but surely build themselves up and be better. You know, being living water is constantly growing in this thing. We not the same man as yesterday. The shit that we would have did the first year in won't be accepted 2-3 years down the road. The Lord is going to require of you. He said in Job 38:3, "Gird up thy loins, for I will demand of thee," man. Okay? Jeremiah didn't stay the same. You know, all these great men didn't stay the same. He said one time, and everything is written as far as learning. The Lord told him not to say that thou art young. You know, Jeremiah 1:7. And he slowly but surely built up. I mean, he got one of the, not to take anything from another brother, he got one of the greatest books that's written in the scriptures. And it got future prophecies. You know what I'm saying? These are the miracles that the Lord have set up for us. But y'all don't give a fuck about them. Y'all just happy to eat and be filled and be merry because y'all like being comfortable. Right now is the perfect time to let go of that lukewarmism spirit. And tomorrow, Eve, Tuesday night to Wednesday night, is the Day of Atonement. Which you got to afflict your soul. Yeah, don't nobody like the Day of Atonement. They love the Passover. Oh, it's a lamb dinner. We're going to get us some lamb chops. We're going to drink. We're going to be married to the full. Don't nobody like when the Day of Atonement come up. Because, I got to be afflicted. They don't want to, keep it and shit. Oh, I got to work. I got this, I got that to do. Hey, man, the brother said it the best. The brother Jeremiah and Jim, you're going to always be in the goddamn hole. I don't give a fuck if you work 60 hours a week, overtime this. Oh, I'm trying to get this fixed. I want to get this. Man, fuck all that shit. All right? The scriptures said in Philippians, give me a second, 3:8. It says, "Yea, doubtless, and I count all things but loss for the excellency of the knowledge of Hamashiach Yahushua." So you got to be willing to lose any and every damn thing in this truth. And I'm going to speak for myself. I done lost my job. Going back and forth with my E. Damn near want to leave her ass. Don't give a fuck about it, though. You know? Lose money, lose this, lose that. Lose your car. Lose family members. They don't want to hang with you. They don't want to be a part of it. Like the scripture said, I'm an alien to my mother's children. But what the scripture says, it says, for whom I have suffered the loss of all things, and do count them but dung, that I may win Yahweh Shah, man. Because you can't put none of that before Yahweh Shah. You ain't worthy to be his disciple. So whatever that lukewarm spirit is, they got you want to meddle with the world, not show up to camp, but you can hit up trying to go out, not doing what the fuck you got to do. You got to let that shit go. And I don't give a damn if you might sound like a tyrant. You need this, man. Like it says here in Hebrews 12 and 11. Now no chastening for the present seemeth to be joyous. It wasn't no good thing. It wasn't no fun or joyous thing when I got suspended and had to stand on the other side for about a month or 5 weeks, something like that, man. But you learn from it. You live and you fucking learn. And you know what not to do. You know? And I'm just using myself as an analogy so don't nobody else have to feel like they all the way out there. But at the end of the day, if the shoe fits, I'm talking to you. And y'all brothers know who y'all are, whether y'all be in my own camp or whether y'all be on the highways and the byways, wherever the fuck you are. It says, nevertheless, afterward it yieldeth the peaceable fruit of righteousness unto them which are exercised thereby. So if you go through that chastening, the scripture say the Lord dealeth with you, man. And ye are not bastards. Okay? So it don't seem joyous for another brother to be on your ass, chewing your ass out. But it's needed. That's why the scriptures speak all throughout the scriptures about the rod is for correction, man. Whether you're talking about the youth or whether you're talking about in general. The Lord whoop your ass with the rod to correct you. How would you be corrected? Whether he touch you with the hand of God, like Job said, you know, to try your spirit, or rather he actually destroy you just so you could come back in your right mind. It's for correction. So we moving on. Like it says here, Proverbs 15 and 10. Correction is grievous unto him that forsaketh the way, and he that hateth reproof shall die. So if you mad at me for the spirit jumping on me to bring out this video, then fuck you, man. And you gonna die at the end of the fucking day. If you mad at the spirit jumping on somebody else, say the leader of our camp, the leader in so-and-so, you know, the leader in another camp may be watching you. You know, you never know who tuning in. It just say how many views is watching. You never know who watching through the spirit of power, Yahweh Hashem shot your video. Okay? And if the spirit jump on him to say something, you can't be mad at the damn messenger. That was the will of Yahweh Hashem shot. And if it's multiple times, then that mean, and multiple brothers see it, then that means something is wrong with you. So correction is grievous to him that forsaketh the way. You like a stiff-necked and rebellious ass donkey. You trying to drag, or a dog that don't want to go outside. He biting all on the chain, trying to bite your wrist. You know, just like a stiff-necked and rebellious ass. So if you hate reproof, you're going to die. It's that simple. We're not saying this because we hate you. We telling you to get right because it's fucking missiles coming. And quite frankly, I don't want to be seen side by side with somebody who's slacking, who's slothful, who's sluggard. That's not no good look. Not in Great Millstone. They might tolerate that shit in IUIC, ISUPK, HODC, Sakari and them. That shit not tolerated here. And like I said, it may sound like a tyrant, but it must be said. Somebody got to do it. You know? Because all that leaven and lukewarm shit, that shit got to stop. We should not be forcing brothers to do works. Hey, man, you know you got to do a video this week. You know you got to do a video. You know you slacking. You holding back your money, man. The Lord gave you that talent and you trying to hide it in the earth. The fuck is up with that, bro? The Lord loved you enough to wake you up to this truth. And you saying, no, I don't want that. I don't want to do it. You sound like Jonah right now. Until the Lord got on his ass and he came out looking for Nineveh. So we really got to get on brother's ass because it's too many niggas in Great Millstone. First Corinthians 14 and 37. If any man think himself to be a prophet or spiritual, let him acknowledge that the things that I write unto you are the commandments of Yahweh Shemi Awashai, man. So everything that's written is a commandment, meaning it's not just 10. And when you're commanded to do something, it's a demand. You're told what to do. And we're going to move on. Let's see what's commanded. All right. And I'm going to get to it just a minute. Verse 40, it says, verse 38, though. But if any man be ignorant, let him be ignorant. All right. Which the real definition of ignorant means to be unknown. If you don't know, and I'm not going to continue to deal with you heretics, man. That's going against the grain. The scriptures say if any man is a heretic, which is a believer of false doctrine, it say after the first and second admonition, reject them. As simple as that, reject them. Let his ass go. He ignorant. Fuck him. This ain't for him. The scriptures say my sheep hear my voice and they gonna follow me. I'm not gonna continue to contend with you Ricky Gantz, you G220 ministries. I deal with you once. I see you, the spirit ain't on you. Fuck you. You trying to save all people. You trying to worship another God. The scriptures say you're going to be put to fucking death for doing that shit. In the book of Deuteronomy. Trying to go and worship and serve. Let me get it, man. Let me just get it so it ain't no problems. Deuteronomy 13th chapter. Start at 6. If thy brother, the son of thy mother, or thy son, or thy daughter, or the wife of thy bosom, or thy friend, which is as thine own soul, entice thee secretly, saying, let us go and serve other gods, which thou hast not known, thou nor thy fathers, namely of the gods of the people which are round about you, nigh unto thee, or far off from thee, from the one end of the earth, even unto the other end of the earth, thou shalt not consent unto him, nor hearken unto him. Neither shall thine eye pity him, neither shalt thou spare, neither shalt thou conceal him. All right. But thou shalt surely kill him. Thine hand shall be first upon him to put him to death, and afterwards the hand of all the people. So this is the spirit that the Lord is with. And we can't get physical yet. We can't get carnal. The weapons of our warfare is not carnal. That's up to the Lord to deem fit when. We got to be wise as a serpent and harmless as doves, man. But the least you could do is separate yourself from that lukewarmism, that leaven, that wicked spirit trying to bring other gods unto you. So let me stay on topic. I just felt need to bring that out. Still in 1 Corinthians, the 14th chapter, the 38th verse. But if any man be ignorant, let him be ignorant. Wherefore, brethren, covet to prophesying. All that extra shit, like Apostle Hall always say, King David wore sandals. He played the harp. Talking about shit that don't fucking matter. Putting up old ass videos to get the channel blocked with no edification. I mean, goddamn. Consult with somebody first. If it's in your spirit and you don't know what, consult with somebody first. You can't just always say I'm in the spirit. What spirit is you in? You in the spirit of Saul? Is it envy? Do it feel like what is it? It says, brethren, covet to prophesying. You got to edify. All these scriptures got to come back into one. It says, and forbid not to speak with tongues, and let all things be done decently and in order. What's the order? The elder in your camp put out a decree, you follow it. And he ain't always got to be the enforcer either when you think of it. The elder, he busy, he got shit to do. He dealing with other matters and other elders and leaders and captains and so on and so forth. He could put that down, the generals to pick up the tab. He could tell them, go handle this for this cadet and that servant. Or that newcomer that just crossed the line, so on and so forth. He put out the decree and he have the men under him enforce it. From the generals to the officers down to the cadets or the soldiers, whatever. That's the decently and in order. And you do what the fuck he told you to do. It's that fucking simple. Like the scriptures. They commanded, you can do what you can to the best of your ability. I know we can't keep all the laws, statutes, and commandments here, but you do what's commanded of you. It's that fucking simple or you're going to die. If this is a problem, once again, that I'm bringing out this video and you mad at the messenger, me, for the spirit jumping on me to speak on the things that I see, then you in the wrong. You ain't got the spirit of Yahweh Shemi Awashai on you. Because at the end of the day, it's love. Why? Because I see judgment coming. I'm being prudent to the best of my ability. And brothers of the like mind. We forcing the evil. We trying to hide ourselves. Obviously, we don't want to see y'all destroyed. Otherwise, we'll keep letting the shit go on. So this is the Lord using his servants to get his people back on track. Like the scriptures say, if one of my sheep go astray, would I not leave the 99 and go and get that one sheep? This shit got me heated, man. Sirach, also known as Ecclesiasticus 16:12. As his mercy is great, so is his correction also. He judgeth a man according to his works. All right? The scriptures speak about too, if you fall off at the end, none of your righteous works will be remembered. They're going to be forgotten. What do we know King Saul for? Yes, he was a great king. Yes, he did a lot of righteousness. But we know him for not listening to the Lord. And it's as an example. He did many great things, man, for the nation of Israel. But we know him for strictly not obeying the will of Yahweh Shemi Awashai. He said it is better to obey me than for sacrifice. It's better to obey what was commanded and demanded of you than to try to offer up some fine oblation, man. That's why the Lord ended up doing away with that. Yahweh was the ultimate blood sacrifice. And like I said, if you can't get with this, then this is not for you. If you can't do a simple task that's asked and demanded of you, then get the fuck out and don't show the fuck up. And last but not least, Ecclesiasticus 43:30. When ye glorify Yahweh Shemi Awashai, exalt him as much as ye can. For even yet will he far exceed, and when ye exalt him, put forth all your strength, and be not weary, for ye can never go far enough. You can never go far enough doing these works, man. If the spirit, like Elder Menatazak said, the spirit jump on you just to do one verse of the day. A simple verse and break it down 2 minutes long. And you might do that 5, 6, 7 times a day. You can never go far enough. Everybody always want to bring out something at fucking camp, but don't nobody want to do a goddamn video. It's not fucking hard. Sit the fuck down, download the stream recorder, and do a video. I'm 23 minutes in. All we asking for is 2-3 minute videos. Edify. Go into the topic. Bring out the chip. If that's all you know, bring out the chip over and over and over again. If all you know is how to describe who Esau is, the devil in the Bible, then bring that out time after time again. The scriptures say where much is given, much is required. And you bet not be the same person as the man yesterday, man. You should be always learning, always growing, always reading, always studying, always doing what you got to do to not be destroyed. So it says, be not weary. And what come to mind is being weary and well doing. I believe it's Galatians 6:7 or 8. 6 and 8, something like that. Bear with me while I grab it. Matter of fact, I'm going to get it in here. Galatians 6:9. And let us not be weary. Weary to be utterly spiritless. That's lukewarm. That's fucking lukewarm as hell. Having leaven, being slothful, being a sluggard. To be wearied out, exhausted. It says, let us not be weary in well doing. What's well doing? Doing the will of the Heavenly Father, because you can never go far enough. How is it that everybody always want to speak? Why don't you just save that memory, write it in your notes in your phone, write it in your notes, okay? And go home and say, I got a topic to speak on now, at least. Kala Yahweh Shemi Awashai, you gave me a topic to speak on. That's one extra video of doing the Lord's work. Everybody, ooh, I got a precept, I got a precept, I got a precept. Now the main speaker can't even get his point across. Because I got a precept, I got a precept, I got a precept. If he ain't asked for it, don't give it. Deal with order. How about that? Until you can learn to do some goddamn videos, hold your precept. Hold your motherfucking precept till you can learn to do what's demanded of you. How about that? So it says, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not. Let's go into faint. To lose, unloose, to set free, to dissolve metaphorically, to weaken, to relax, exhaust. Okay? Grow weary. They're synonymous. These words are synonymous. They coincide with one another. Okay? So this is simple shit, man. What's going on right now? You got Hurricane Harvey. It's hella shit going on. It was actually, and I just seen this pop up. Houston explosion. And then I'm talking like maybe an hour ago, at most an hour ago, 16 minutes ago. Look, 3 hours ago, whatever. It says, let me just type in Houston explosion just to get the headline. 1 hour ago, witness explosion rocks building in downtown Houston. All right, what's going on? Also, Hurricane Harvey. It's judgment going on down there, man. It's judgment going on. What's so hard about doing a simple video going into this judgment that the Lord is bringing upon this place? As a matter of fact, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemi Shai, I pray I could do one after I close this one out. Just to give you brothers an example of how simple this is. He said his yoke is easy, man. And I know I'm long-winded. I got a lot of shit to say, but it's all through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemi Shai because it must be brought out. We can't keep forcing your hands to the goddamn plow. Once again, we're going to give you 168 hours. Brothers in the know and brothers that just might be tuning in. We got work to do. All right? We got work to do. Lack of communication. And this goes for every camp. Everybody watching this who the shoe fits, this goes for you too. There's work to be done. You ain't saved until your ass is plopped down on the chariot seat. Not even while you're being beamed up. You ain't saved until you own the chariot official. So there's work to be done. And you can never go far enough. We just read that. I mean, god damn. Shalom.